Okay. Man, oh man, am I excited for this topic. I know firsthand, PS, for all of you guys who are watching, I know probably like 3 or 4 people off the top of my head who are going to be really mad that I'm doing this video because it contradicts a lot of the shit that they talk about. So let me make sure I share it in a bunch of spaces so it pisses everybody off. What's up, guys? How's everybody doing today? I see Bridget and Sarah jumping on. So cool. Today we're going to be talking about niche, guys. Niche is a bitch. It's total bullshit. It is total bullshit. And everybody who's teaching this to you guys, in my personal opinion, and I love everybody dearly, and this is in no disregard to anything else that you've ever learned, but I got to say some stuff about this because everybody's teaching this in such a way that just gets in my core and stirs my belly and gets me really upset. And I'm going to start by letting you guys know something, okay? Take what you want and leave the rest at the door. This is a common theme that I preach all the time. I am not here to give you 150% of every single thing you should do every single minute of every day in your business. You take what you want from me, you take what you want from another business coach, take what you want from another business coach, and leave what doesn't work at the door, okay? So before we jump into this training, guys, please stay on with me. Give me 2 minutes because this is going to piss so many people off that I got to make sure I share it in all the groups. So I'm like ready to start a fire, guys. This is real deal. You know, it's funny because everybody talks about niche and what do we hear, right? Like you need to know who you're talking to and what problem you solve and the type of person, and the type of person has to be really specific. And if it's too broad, you're not going to make a difference in the world. Man, oh man. Everybody else is running our businesses. And if you have this soul calling to help a certain type of woman, but then you take a course or a training and you learn, well, sorry, that type of woman isn't specific enough for you. You got to get more specific. Well, shit. Oh my God. I can't help everybody. I can't help and make a difference in everybody's lives. I can only help a certain type of woman. How do I do this? And it's almost like you feel like you're leaving money on the table because, or at the door, whatever analogy you want to use, because you're actually getting so specific about who you're helping and you feel kind of sad that you don't get to help everybody, right? Give me a like or a heart if you guys know what I'm talking about. Also, PS, this is like really hard to juggle this. I'm multitasking. I'm trying to share some posts of this video in a bunch of other groups while I'm talking to you. All right, I'm done. So, hey guys, what's up? So for those of you who don't know me, who just started following me, my name is Lauren Liz. I am the founder of whatisperfection.com and the Badass Business Babes. And I'm here to piss everybody off talking about the one thing that you guys are doing wrong, and that's talking about the niche. It freezes you from posting because I'm not. Yeah. Okay, so what Bridget's saying, sorry, I thought you were saying my video was freezing. So let's start with what Bridget's talking about, because Bridget came up to me, and she's in one of our beautiful programs right now, Self-Love Method, and she said, you know, I've learned all these things about getting specific about my niche, and I'm a life coach, and I want to help all the women, all the ladies, all the world, right? But I feel like because I'm not specific enough when I post, I'm second guessing myself and I'm not sure if I should share content and I don't know what I'm doing. And, you know, God almighty, like someone just tell me what to do. Okay. Authenticity is going to be the lead in your business. Write that fucking shit down. Authenticity. If you're not being authentic because you're worried about what everybody else is telling you should be doing, you have a problem in the way you're showing up in your business, and it's going to affect your sales. So I have decided, when I offered this training to you guys, I decided I was going to do this real basic, real to the point. I'm totally dragging it out for dramatic effect here, but I have listed out on this little whiteboard in front of me 3 different types of coaches, and I'm going to go through this training making sure I address and teach you guys in these 3 areas. So the first one we have is the life coach. Give me a shout out if you guys are a life coach out there. Who's life coaching? Who's trying to change the world by changing it with a life? Beautiful. Okay, so we have a bunch of life coaches. Awesome. I gotta tell you, I started out as a life coach. I'm still a life coach. I love it. What better way to help people than help people with their lives, right? Like this is what's so great about it. And when I started, everyone was telling me get real specific, and I'm like, fuck you, no. No, I don't want to get specific. I want to help everybody, all the people, all the world. And I was getting really aggravated by all these niche topics and conversations because the truth was I really had a skill set in all areas. I knew how to handle really unhealthy relationships, and I knew how to handle low self-worth, and I knew how to handle the obsession with perfection, right? And I had all these different ideas about how to do it. So when I showed up, I was talking to all these different people with all these different problems, and I was hearing from business coaches, hey, get real specific. So the first woman I'm going to address in this training is the life coach. The second woman I'm going to talk about is the health and wellness coach. Who out here listening is a health and wellness coach? Give me a like or a thumbs up. By the way, guys, if you're like in a spiritual coach, you're in the health coach category. Life coach category. If you're a spiritual coach, keep in mind you're in the life coach category for this training. Okay, so we have some health coaches. Real cool. Real cool. I like this. Okay. How many people we have in network marketing? Give me a like or a thumbs up. Who's in network marketing? All the things. All the things. Okay. So just so I'm aware, we're going to be talking about health coaches. Okay, so if you're a network marketer, if you're running Beachbody, Shakeology, I don't know, whatever the hell there is else besides Beachbody. That's the only one I know. Post in the comments, tell me what else is there out there. I have so many clients who are in Beachbody. Who else is there? What other network marketing programs are there for health and wellness? Advocare is something. Isagenix. Okay, so cool. So that's the second category we're going to talk about is this health and wellness coach. The third category I'm going to be talking about with you guys is the relationship coach. Who here is a relationship coach? Anybody? Thumbs up, like, heart, love. I also don't know the timing of how this works when people actually like shit while I'm doing it. I mean, do you guys know what I'm talking about? Okay, so when you are showing up in the world to attract your ideal client, the answer to how you do it and the niche you offer and the specificity of who you're speaking to all depends on what you're feeling. All depends on what you're feeling. Write that down. It all depends on what you're feeling. And you're probably like, fuck you, I came to learn some things. Don't tell me to go feel, right? Like I want all the feels. Yeah, so it really depends on how you feel, especially if you're a life coach, because you may be on the beach and you may see a couple fighting or a girl who's really insecure about her bathing suit body, whatever, and you go, oh my God, this would make for a great lesson for my clients. I want to share this. Oh, wait, no, I don't think she's my niche. What do I do? I can't share this post. No one's going to like it. Guys, I'm in a very crazy mood today. Have you noticed? Okay, so what I'm going to tell you is that your business, you have to claim, all of you guys are really clear about what you're claiming you are, right? Like a life coach, a health coach, a relationship coach, a business coach. You guys have all really claimed that identity, that label, and that has a lot to do with the fact that we're custom designed to believe that when we step into corporate world, right, we have a title. Oh, what, you work for CBS? Like this is what people used to say to me. You work for CBS? That's so cool. What do you do? I'm an associate producer. Wow, what a cool title. Little did they know that I was sitting in a fucking office every day editing tape in a small room. I wasn't traveling the world, or yeah, I did travel a little bit, but I mean, you know, the title means a lot to us because that's how we're designed to think. But what I'm going to tell you is you got to think past that title and you have to dig in a little bit more. So when you're a life coach, a business coach, or a health coach, your first step is to really recognize, well, am I helping mostly women or men? Because that's really an important part of the niche. I really do agree with that. I think you really do got to get clear about, are you showing up to help dinosaurs, men, women, pigs, birds? Like who are you trying to help right now? Okay. So that's the first part of it. This guy interrupting my training. So when you get clear really about that first component and really understanding that, okay, you know, isn't this fun? Isn't this so fun, you guys? I have a pig and 2 dogs, so they're interrupting this shit. So you know the person you're helping them with, you're like that real clear about their sex, right? Like we know that much. But then you have to ask yourself, well, what am I helping them with? Okay, so start with the gender because it's always really easy. I want to get you guys on the role of making decisions. So write that down first. I'm working with, I'm like ready to scream out this window. Okay. Are you guys loving this? Can you give me a like or a thumbs up if you're really loving this? Zoe, come here. Come here, Zozo. Okay, guys, this is Zoe. Zoe's going to join us for this training. She's going to join us. Okay, so you guys all made a decision about what sexuality you're helping. Congratulations. That's really important because, you know, if you're a clothing store, imagine if you're a clothing store and you're really getting clear about, well, am I making men's clothing or women's clothing? Like, that's a really important part of the process. So congratulations, you've made a choice. Your second step here is to start asking yourself, okay, well, what am I helping them with? And that's where you fall into a category. I'm helping them create confidence. I'm helping them get specific about really owning their body image issues. I'm helping them reclaim their life after an unhealthy relationship. You have to get clear about that too, sure, and that's where you guys get stuck. Then you hit this point and you go, all right, shit, that's exactly what I want to do, but I'm being told that's not specific enough. Now, where do I go from here? And I'm going to teach you guys the 3-person rule. This is something that I used from the moment I stepped out into my business, and I still use it today. And it has made everything that I've wanted to create in my business easy and financially profitable. So I want you to make a list, now that you've established all of these things, what you are, the energy, the person you help, and then what you help them with. And then stop there. I'm not going to correct you. I'm not going to tell you any of that is wrong. I'm going to tell you to take it a step further, and I want you to sit down and create 3 different women who struggle with things in that area. 3 different women. So if you're the life coach like Bridget and you say, well, I help women reclaim their confidence and create happy and fulfilling lives. This is me. This was, the old me. Okay, let's think of 3 women who need that help. And when I did this, I sat down and I said, okay, well, there was the woman who wasn't confident because she had really unhealthy relationships. And then there was the woman who wasn't confident because she really, really struggled with her body image. And then there was the woman who wasn't confident because she really, really had family bullshit from the past, and she was so fucked up from her family bullshit that she hadn't healed it, and now she needs to do all this work around it. 3 different women. And I told myself every single day I showed up, I was going to show up for one of those 3 women. And I could show up and think, okay, am I going to talk to Jane, Abby, or Gail? Make sure you name them because it's kind of helpful. And who am I going to talk to today? Who is this woman I'm going to talk to? And what this does is it creates the variety in your business, and it creates this roundhouse of expertise that you offer so that when you do step out into massive financial breakthrough, you can custom design one really big program that's very general that everybody wants to go to. Like, let's take this from a Tony Robbins standpoint, for example. Tony Robbins showed up and he was like, I'm going to teach people how to correct really bad behavioral patterns. You guys may not know this, but back in the old days, Tony Robbins used to teach people how to quit smoking, or how to really stop those binge eating problems. I remember he did this seminar where he literally conditioned this very obese man who said he couldn't give up chocolate to eat chocolate so much for 3 days in a row that he got so sick of it and he decided to give it up. Tony Robbins became an expert in the art of conditioning and retraining people's brains to break really bad habits. That was his first thing. Then he became an expert in teaching people how to excel, thrive in their businesses. And he did seminars on breaking patterns in your business and excelling in your business. And he became this wheelhouse for the ideal person that he is today, where he's just like, hey, I'm Tony Robbins, I'm going to run a training. And everyone's like, oh my God, I have to go. And they pay thousands of dollars. So you have 3 people who you're always serving to boost your credibility, to step into that brilliance, to drive towards success. And then when you're making a lot of money, yeah, you can create something massive, general, and whatever, but you have to start by speaking to 3 different women, or else you're going to be like, what the fuck am I showing up for every day? No one's listening. Because it's going to be so broad and so generic and very woo-woo and like, hey, be happy, take care of yourself. And everyone's like, yeah, no shit, but like, I got a million problems, and you don't relate to them, because you're not talking to their problem unless you get specific, okay? Give me a like or a thumbs up if you get this. Give me some type of negative energy if you're getting confused. Okay, this is real clear. Health coach. This is a big one, guys. If you're a health coach out there and you find yourself, oh, someone's confused. Oh, look at that. Okay, we're good. Most of you guys are getting the point. If you're a health coach out there and you're saying, I help women get the bodies that they want so they can feel good about themselves, congratulations. So is everybody on the flipping planet. This is a very saturated market. Health and wellness is a really big deal, guys, and it's really important. But if you think you're going to show up to specifically help people by being really general, it's not going to work. So what I really like to do for my health and wellness coaches is I ask them to remember 3 things that they really struggled with in their own life. So I have a beautiful client, Amber Lee, who is now designing, she's a binge eating coach, and she's now stepping into her brilliance and helping people really heal their relationship with binge eating, but she's also a military mom. So she decided, hey, I'm going to create stuff targeted towards military moms. And then sure, maybe one day she will step out and say, I'm going to talk to the woman who has a lot of relationship problems because she binges eats. And then I'm going to talk to the woman, do you understand? 3 women all the time. It's never just one. And when people tell you to narrow down on a niche, you're going to get so stuck and you're going to feel so unfulfilled because that's not what you guys are here to do. If you're a relationship coach, the same thing applies. Everybody has relationship problems. Congratulations. What type of relationships problems do you want to help? And the reason I tell people 3 is because 3 is enough variety to keep everybody interested, even if they're not in one of those 3, they have experiences to touch on those areas. And 3 is also enough to keep you feeling fulfilled and feeling connected and feeling like, okay, I can still create content every day. It's going to keep you inspired, right? So whatever your top issue is, start diving into the specifics of 3 components, 3 different people, 3 different issues, and become an expert in teaching things in those 3 different areas. So when I became a life coach, that's what I did. And there were times where I would wake up and I'd say, I'm really inspired to talk to this type of person. And then the next day I'd talk to the other person. And what I found was that I was juggling these balls, but not too many, just enough, where I could really start to grow my expertise as a life coach because I was becoming well-rounded. Not only was I attracting all different types of people, but I was becoming well-rounded. And so this is really a key and important part of what happens in the process of creating courses. Who's trying to create a course right now? Can I get a like or a thumbs up on this? Like online courses, 30-day programs, anything like that. Like who's trying to do that? Anybody? None of you guys. Okay, cool. Who's making a run in their network marketing business right now? Anybody? Thank you. You know, this is the point. This is really important. When you make these runs or when you're trying to create programs, you have to get specific. It really makes me cringe when I see people like, I'm teaching this course on binge eating, or I'm teaching this course on how to be happy, or I'm teaching this course. And like, that's fine, but you have to specifically target somebody who's struggling with it for a reason. So if you're trying to teach people how to overcome health issues, make it related to a specific issue that you remember having, create a whole program around that, and watch the money roll in, okay? That makes sense? Okay. End of rant. I love you guys. I got to jump on a call. I have a mastermind call in 10 minutes. So, yeah, everybody have an amazing weekend, for real. Like, everyone have an amazing weekend and just really, yeah, dinosaurs. I love that this got interrupted in the middle of, like, I got this guy knocking on my door to knock down trees. We live in a forest. Very peaceful until somebody knocks, and then it goes crazy. Anyway, guys, if you have not, let me just tell you, go join Badass Business Babes, the Facebook group. I have some special guests coming next week. It is amazing. Bridget, do you speak off of certain topics based on the programs you're offering? This is great. This is a great question. So the answer is yes. What I would say is I kind of started when I did my coaching stuff in the beginning. I started where I was like, let me just talk about shit that I've overcome. That's really what I did. Like, let me just talk about shit that I've overcome in my life. And that was the first part. Like, you can't, I'm going to tell you guys something too. This is the other thing you really, man, I'm shitting all over every business coach today. This is terrible. The answer to these questions that you guys ask about how to run my business all depend on where you are in your business. So if you ask that question to me, Bridget, like, and I love this question, it's so rich. You said, do you create do you create content based on the programs that you're creating? Well, that depends. Are you just starting to step into your brilliance? Do you have programs out already? How much money are you making right now? How big is your audience right now? These are all custom options that will dictate the answer to that question. So if you're just stepping into your brilliance, just create content. Like, learn how to feel like what you're called to talk about and just run with it. Talk to what you're feeling called to talk about and just run with it, and don't feel like you need to be specific about anything. If you feel the spark after that to create a specific program, then amazing. And then you show up to target and talk about content that would be valuable to that ideal client. But when you're showing up to give a speech, you got to get real deal specific about what you're talking about. But first, you got to practice. You know what I mean? Like, this is just it. Okay, so Passion Fuller, love this. But guys, comment if you have questions, by the way, because I'm going to take some time to read through these before I sign off. My problem as a health and wellness coach is that my product is targeted to those in need of weight gain, and that's not the norm. Well, I don't think that's a problem, Passion. I think that's actually an incredible bonus that it's so specific. There are plenty of people who struggle with weight gain. I actually have a client, I think, who's struggling with weight gain. This is the thing. Like, you got to look at the specificity of what you offer as a bonus, as this like badass addition to your life. Like, okay, great, this is so specific, I can totally sell this. And find out where your clients are hanging out. Find out where they're struggling. Find out where they're coming to aggregate and talk about all this stuff. You never have a problem. You only have a solution to a problem. So you have to change your perspective on that. Rosie, I'm so glad you're saying this. I've put off talking about stuff because it's not in my chosen niche, but it's something I'm passionate about. Okay, yeah, well, this is just... Guys, you're all in business because you don't want to work for the man, right? So don't let some business coach or some other expert become your man, right? Don't let other people think for you. If you feel called to emotionally talk about something, amazing. There's a reason for it. Your ideal client would love to hear you talk about that. I share shit of my, you guys know I have a pig, right? Like, I shared a picture of her, it got like 200 likes and then all these shares, and like, that has nothing to do with what I do, but it's a part of my life and people love that. So when you're a personal brand, you got to get comfortable with sharing that stuff. Even if it's not an ideal direct money maker, people like to see your life. Because when they try to work with you and they hire you or they invest in your program, they're not buying a product, they're buying you. They want to be in your energy. They want to be connected to you. You have something that they want. Okay. Yeah, Olivia, I love this. Getting ready to launch another program. The other thing too, guys, and some people again would disagree with me on this. That's the pig. The other part of this is that if you create a program and it doesn't work, keep going until you find a program that works. I've created 5 different programs and I love it because I love creating and I continue to grow. And every time the program enrolling grows, and right now I'm opening enrollment for a year-long program, Badass Business Academy. It's going to be incredible. It's going to be amazing. But I didn't wake up 2 years ago and say I was going to create that because I wasn't inspired in the level that I am now. So I created other stuff, and then it kept growing and growing. Like, it's the evolution of business. You have to start somewhere, and you have to continue to create until something brilliant happens. It's part of the reason why, if you think about the Apple computer, if Steve Jobs made the Apple computer and then went, all right, cool, I'm done. Like, let me chill out. I guess that worked okay. You guys know Apple like crashed and disappeared and like fell. And then it revamped and came up, right? Like, so let's not do that. Like, let's keep creating and keep thriving in our businesses, okay? Okay, I'm going to decompress. I love you guys. Have an amazing, amazing weekend. Reach out to me if you have questions. Go fucking create magic in your business and reach out to me if you need anything at all.